Dengan izin Yang Arif, selamat sejahtera dan selamat petang. Prosiding pendengaran penerimaan masuk Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya pada hari ini dengan izin Yang Arif 18 Februari 2022 dijalankan secara sidang video Zoom di atas persetujuan semua pihak berikutan Pelan Pemulihan Negara PPN Fasa 4. Hakim yang bersidang pada hari ini adalah Yang Arif, Dato Ahmad Kamal bin Muhammad Shahid, Hakim Mahkamah Tinggi Bahagian Kuasa-Kuasa Khas 1. Seterusnya, Mahkamah ingin mengingatkan semua pihak agar kekal di kedudukan masing-masing dan tidak menutup video walaupun setelah selesai giliran. Diminta kerjasama tuan-puan agar tidak melayari live streaming di YouTube berdekatan tuan-puan di dalam bilik yang sama semasa prosiding berjalan kerana dikhawatiri akan mengganggu sistem rakaman audio. Terima kasih. Dipohon kepada wakil-wakil yang hadir pada hari ini bagi pihak Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor untuk memperkenalkan diri. Silakan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Rohaiza binti Hamzah, Peguam Kanan Persekutuan bagi pihak Peguam Negara. Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Nik Alin Zurina binti Nik Abdul Rashid mewakili Majlis Peguam Malaysia.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Wira Premananda bagi pihak Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan juga saya akan menyebut bagi pihak Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Selangor bagi petisyen nombor P5 sahaja. Yang Arif, terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Mahkamah akan memanggil nombor petisyen satu persatu. Apabila nombor petisyen dipanggil, pempetisyen diminta berdiri dan memperkenalkan diri. Kemudian, peguam pengusul atau mover akan membacakan latar belakang pempetisyen sehingga selesai. Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen pertama WA 1812301 2021 P1, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Yang Arif, saya Suraya Izzati binti M. Suhaimi, Pempetisyen pertama.
Silakan M1.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Jason Engkau, Peguam Pengusul mewakili pihak Pempetisyen pertama, Suraya Izzati binti M. Suhaimi. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya, Peguam Kanan, Puan Rohaiza binti Hamzah mewakili Jabatan Peguam Negara Malaysia, Puan Nik Alin Zurina binti Nik Abdul mewakili Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Encik Wira Premananda, wakil bagi Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan ucapan pempetisyen dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, dibenarkan ya, sila teruskan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
The petitioner was born on the 13 March 1997 and is the eldest child to Encik M. Suhaimi Tupon and Puan Rahayu Muhammad Yusof. She completed her secondary education at Tengku Kusyah College, and thereafter, the petitioner read law at University Technology Mara, UITM. The petitioner then had the honor of doing her pupillage and under the tutelage of Mr. Hong Nan Tong of Mrs. Lee Sok Wah and Co. On this special day, the petitioner would like to express her utmost gratitude to the people who has given immense support throughout her journey in becoming who she is today. First and foremost, the petitioner dedicates a call to the bar to her beloved parents. Without their unconditional love, unwavering support, and encouragement, the petitioner would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in her life. Papa, Mama, thank you for all the sacrifices and effort in raising me. I love you both so much, and I hope, I'm proud of you, Papa and Mama. The petitioner also would like to thank her one and the only sister, Suhana, the person whom the petitioner could always turn to for advice and for being there, always through the good and bad times. Special thanks to Nenek and Ato for the prayers and the pocket money that they never failed to give when the petitioner came home every weekend, despite being told repeatedly that she has more than enough. The petitioner would like to record her utmost appreciation to her pupil master, Mr. Hong Nan Tong, as well as Miss Alice Lee Sok Wah, the lawyers, the staff, and the fellow pupils at Mrs. Lee Sok Wah and Co. for providing her with opportunities, patience, guidance, and assistance throughout her pupillage. The petitioner would like to specially thank Encik Muhammad Ishar and Puan Sharifah Umaima for letting the petitioner to stay at their lovely home during her pupillage and for treating her like their own daughter. The petitioner also is very thankful to her best friend, Fatin Raihana, for always being there for the petitioner throughout her ups and downs. The petitioner also would like to thank all her friends for sharing their knowledge, laughter, and tears. My dear friends, thank you for sharing an awesome and crazy friendship that always makes me smile. Last but not least, the petitioner would like to record her appreciation to everyone who has been a part of the petitioner's life and for supporting the petitioner in every step of the way during this journey. The petitioner is truly humbled by the love and support that the petitioner has received from families and friends. Yang Arif, saya percaya Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan di bawah Akta Profession Undang-Undang 1976 dan semua kertas Pempetisyen adalah sempurna dan teratur. Saya juga percaya bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana yang mewakili badan-badan berkenaan tiada sebarang bantahan. Dengan itu, Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk suatu perintah agar Pempetisyen Suraya EZT binti M. Suhaimi diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Peguam Kuasa Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Suraya Izzati binti M. Suhaimi untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon untuk pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen kedua WA 1814902 2021 P2, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Neo Kai Sheng, pempetisyen kedua.
Silakan M2.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Go King Tat mewakili pempetisyen Neo Kai Sheng dan rakan-rakan bijaksana saya telah pun diperkenalkan sebelum ini. With my Lord's leave, may I continue in English?
Ya, silakan.
Much obliged, my Lord. My Lord, the petitioner would just like to give a very brief introduction about himself because he has dedicated a large part of his speech to thanking other people who he believes made him the person that he is today. My Lord, the petitioner was born to the late Mr. Neo Chuan Heng and Madam Ong Hui Yong and raised in Penang. The petitioner then read law in the University of Malaya, where he obtained his degree with first-class honours. The petitioner then began his pupillage under the tutelage of Mr. Michael Chow, of Messrs. Michael Chow. Initially, the petitioner says that he did not envision himself pursuing law, especially litigation, considering that he views himself as a rather introverted person. The reason for his choice to pursue law was because the petitioner was under the impression that a degree in law would be very versatile, opening many doors to viable career options. But having gone through the process of reading the law, the petitioner finds himself enjoying the process of formulating arguments and advocating for a cause. The petitioner hopes that he will stay in this path and may one day become a great litigator. Now, there are a number of people who the petitioner wishes to thank specifically. First of all, the petitioner would like to express his heartfelt gratitude towards his parents, the late Mr. Neo Chuan Heng and Madam Ong Hui Yong. The petitioner is grateful that his mother, Madam Ong, is here to witness the petitioner's meaningful day. She never stopped showering the petitioner with love and affection, and she had always put the petitioner's well-being first. The petitioner wishes to thank his mother for everything that she has done for him. The petitioner regrets that his late father is not here today to witness this momentous event. The petitioner's father, being a man of few words, would undoubtedly be very proud. The petitioner would also like to thank his grandparents, Mr. Neo Lun Chai and Madam Ku Guek Ting, who have been pillars of the petitioner's support system ever since he was a child. Next, the petitioner would like to thank his pupil master, Mr. Michael Chow, whom the petitioner describes as a wise and humble gentleman and an amazing boss. The petitioner appreciates the daily interaction and discussions with his pupil master. Throughout his pupillage, he was given ample opportunity and exposure to learn the intricacies of litigation, in which turn broadened his knowledge and understanding of the law. The petitioner has been retained by my learned friend, Mr. Chow, and the petitioner is looking forward to growing under the guidance of Mr. Chow. The petitioner would also like to take this opportunity to thank his colleagues, Wong Zikong and Wendy Yong, who has been nothing but patient and generous in guiding the petitioner during his pupillage. The petitioner would also like to thank his partner, Christina Ong. She has always been there for him through all the ups and downs. The gloomy days were better with her by his side, and the petitioner is grateful to have her support. Lastly, the petitioner would like to conclude by thanking all his friends and family members who the petitioner had shared fond memories with throughout his journey. The petitioner is confident that he need not need to name all of them individually, and they know who they are. My Lord, I believe the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends have no objections to this application. And I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Yang Arif, Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Majlis Peguam Malaysia tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
My Lord, in the circumstances, I humbly pray that this petition be allowed and that your petitioner, Neo Kai Sheng, be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profession Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Neo Kai Sheng untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
And with my Lord's leave, may I invite your petitioner to now don the robes of the advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Dipersilakan.
Much obliged, Yang Arif.
Yes, thank you.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ketiga WA 1827903 2021 P3, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Tan Yuan Ling, pempetisyen ketiga.
Silakan M3.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Po Chu Ho. Peguam pengusul yang mewakili pempetisyen ketiga. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah diperkenalkan kepada Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya pohon untuk meneruskan dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, dibenarkan. Ya, sila teruskan.
Much obliged, my Lord. My Lord, may I introduce the petitioner Tan Yuan Ling. Your humble petitioner is a firm believer that we are the master of our fate and the captain of our soul. If you're going to try, go all the way. So for what it's worth, it is never too late to be who you might have been and to live the life you might have lived. The petitioner never knew she wanted to become a lawyer. All she knew was she wanted to be in an area that would constantly intrigue her to think, learn, and grow, and one in which she can contribute to even the smallest difference in someone else's lives. She set her mind to read law when she took business law in her Bachelor of Business and Commerce at Monash University. She knew reading law sparks joy in her because while she enjoyed and was very much good in finance, being an avid class skipper, business law was the only class she never skipped. Upon graduation, she enrolled herself into law school with financial support from her parents, also known as Pharma Scholarship, and self-financing. There, she also began her lifelong love affair with philosophy and jurisprudence. My lord, the petitioner's legal journey thus far has been rather colourful. She was awarded upper second-class honours in her degree in law from the University of London, a book prize from ATC, and was the first recipient of the prestigious Dato Shaimala's Prize, making her the first Malaysian intern in the International Criminal Court in The Hague, under the mentorship of none other than Dato Shamala herself and Karim Khan Queen's Counsel, which was also featured in the Star Daily. She then served in the defense team representing Dr. Saif Gaddafi of Libya in the ICC and was also involved in some prosecutorial work in Fiji while she was there. The petitioner then completed CLP while she thought was the torture of a lifetime. And little did she know, thereafter, she commenced her pupillage at Masa Sri Ram under the tutelage of Dato Sri Gopal Sri Ram, where she realized she was wrong, as this where the real torture began. My lord, the petitioner has many important people to thank throughout her legal journey thus far, without whom her milestones would not have been possible. The petitioner would like to express her utmost gratitude to her dearest family for being there for her through her years of uncertainties, particularly her parents, Stephen Tan and Alithia Ng, for their unconditional love and sacrifices and hard work to provide her with the best they could. She's forever grateful and strives to one day to be able to give them more than what they gave her. She would also like to thank her Amma and her late Akong, who appeared with the most delightful smile with his favorite shirt in her dreams last night, for being her push and her role models to not give in to difficult situations. Her brothers Yen Shen and Yilun for their unfailing conviction and belief in her, and Jessie Chai, her sister from another mother, for being her support system during her last 3 months grind towards CLP exam. To her greatest mentor, Dato Sri Gopal Sri Ram, the petitioner would like to express her greatest appreciation to him for teaching her how to think and analyze like a lawyer, for enabling her to witness the gold standard of the art of advocacy, for the pressure and jokes to sort of balance things out, and most importantly, for believing in her. To the petitioner, her pupil master is the epitome of knowledge is power, and the knowledge he imparted upon her has been her greatest asset. Although her pupillage has come to an end, her learner journey, of course, has just begun. She will always remember his wise words. Getting called is only a license to earn a living, but a living should not be your life. Love the law. The petitioner would also like to express special appreciation to Dr. Shaimala for empowering and endorsing her, and for giving her the privilege to serve and grow at one of the world's most esteemed courts. She would also like to thank the late Dr. Danny Chong, the former principal of ATC, for his kindness and encouragement at times when she was not confident in herself. Finally, the petitioner would like to give special thanks to her friends, Miss Michelle Wong, who happened to be my wife, and whom I verily believe is one of the petitioner's best friends forever. And Daphne for making her LLB and CLP days special, and all her seniors and peers at Messrs. Sri Ram for helping her survive pupillage, particularly Yasmin for her care and effort in guiding her, Peter for his unreserved advice and help, and Lini and Marcus for the learning opportunities which helped her grow. The petitioner would also like to thank Sharifah for being the senior she's likely to call her friend, Nana and Suther for being her backbones and entertainers, specifically Nana for her back and spoiling her with frothy morning coffee, and Sudha for being her go-to guru, and most importantly for being real. Lava for his warmness and for being a great listener. Philia for being her loving pill without trying. Fadzil, with whom she would be fatling. And Melanie, a friend she is fortunate to meet because of work. My lord, and thank you for being part of the petitioner's journey. My lord, the petitioner is a truth seeker at heart who lives her life by guiding principle to act with integrity. I respectfully submit that the petitioner is of good character and is a fit and proper person worthy of admission to the bar. I believe the petitioner's papers are in order, and there are no objections from my learned friends from the AG Chambers, Bar Council and the KL Bar. Dengan izin Yang Arif, Saya dengan hormatnya memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk Pempetisyen Tan Yuan Ling diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam KL mengesahkan kata-kata Peguam pengusul bahawa pihak KL Bar tiada bantahan.
I'm much obliged. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon. I apologize. I'll wait for the queue.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Tan Yuan Ling untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan merendah diri memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk Pempetisyen untuk menjubahkan diri sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Much obliged, my lord.
Yes, okay.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen keempat WA 1853103/2020. P4, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Tan Ying Tong, Pempetisyen keempat.
Silakan M4.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Tan Kai Ling, Peguam pengusul yang mewakili pihak Pempetisyen Tan Ying Tong dalam nombor petisyen keempat dalam senarai petisyen pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili bangku bahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujahan Pempetisyen dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, dibenarkan. Sila teruskan.
My Lord, may I introduce the petitioner Tan Ying Tong. The petitioner was born on the 3rd day of May 1991 in Kuala Lumpur and was raised in a small town called Trang in Pahang. The petitioner is the elder child to Mr. Tan Chuan Ling and Madam Sam Guai Hing. The petitioner left her hometown at the age of 18 to pursue her further study. The petitioner was a science student, but she wasn't keen to pursue science-based degree. After finishing her A-level, the petitioner chose to embark on this legal journey, which was something new and adventurous to her at that time. The petitioner was conferred a Bachelor Law degree with a second-class honour upper division from the University of West of England, Bristol in the United Kingdom in the year 2014. The petitioner then proceeded to obtain her certificate in legal practice in the year 2016. The petitioner chose to complete her pupillage under the tutelage of my learned friends, Ms. Moy Siu Siu from Masa Shungoy & Co. My Lord, on this memorable day, the petitioner would like to record her appreciation to her beloved parents, Mr. Tan Chuan Ling and Madam Sam Guai Hing, for the endless tender love and care, undivided financial and moral support. The petitioner also would like to thank to her master, Ms. Moy Siu Siu, and all her colleagues in Masa Shungoy & Co. for providing her with the opportunity and guidance throughout her pupillage. The petitioner would like to specially thank to her friend from school, university, and work for their constant support and blessing. Finally, the petitioner is also grateful to Ms. Tan Kai Ling, her mover today, who has kindly agreed to take her time out of her busy schedule to move her call. My Lord, I believe that petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe that all the petitioner's papers are in order, and AG Chambers, the Malaysian Bar Council, and KL Bar have no objection to these petitions. Maka dengan itu, Yang Arif, saya memohon kepada Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini supaya Pempetisyen Tan Ying Tong diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Yang Arif, Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam KL juga tiada bantahan.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Tan Ying Tong untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini untuk Pempetisyen Tan Ying Tong menjubahkan diri sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Okay.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen kelima WA 18-844-07-2020. P5, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Lim Chen Kiat, petisyen kelima.
Silakan M5.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Marcus Chua Tak Wing hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Lim Chen Kiat pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujah saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Yes, sila teruskan.
Yang Arif, may I introduce the petitioner Lim Chen Kiat. The petitioner was born on 12 December 1995 in Kajang, Selangor, and is the eldest child of Mr. Lim Wai Sing and Mrs. Chong Xiao Yen. The petitioner had his early education and secondary education in Sekolah Seri Suria in Hulu Langan. The petitioner read law at University of Reading and graduated with a Bachelor of Law, second lower class honours in 2017. The petitioner then pursued and completed the CLP exams in 2019. Upon completion of the CLP, the petitioner commenced his pupillage at Messrs. Ling and Tembo under the tutelage of Miss Xiao Jinghui. Today, the petitioner wishes to take this opportunity to express his utmost gratitude to his family. He would like to thank his parents for their unwavering support and encouragement, without which he would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in his life. The petitioner would also like to thank his siblings for always being his confidant and source of inspiration. The petitioner would like to thank his pupil master, Miss Xiao Jinghui, for providing him with opportunities and guidance throughout his pupillage. The petitioner is grateful to Miss Xiao Yiling, who has been a mentor to the petitioner during his time in Messrs. Ling and Tembo and patiently guiding him for the past 9 months. The petitioner would like to thank Miss Liu Mei Xuan for always being there for him, providing emotional support to the petitioner and making the tough times more bearable. The encouragement and support provided was invaluable to the petitioner, and the petitioner hopes to continue working together in the future. The petitioner would also like to thank Mr. Veera Premananda, founder of a legal blog called Brainy Law, for providing guidance on matters pertaining to his pupillage and for making this journey less complicated. Finally, the petitioner would like to thank all his colleagues at Messrs. Link and Tembo for making his experience there a memorable one. Yang Arif, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the AG Chambers, the Bar Council, and the KL Bar Committee respectively have no objections to this motion. I humbly pray that the petitioner be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of High Court of Malaya.
Yang Arif, Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Veera Premananda bagi Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan, juga menyebut bagi Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Selangor juga tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Lim Jen Kiat untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Much obliged. Terima kasih Yang Arif. Saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran untuk Pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Much obliged Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ke-6 WA 1899508-2020. P6, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Ruzaina binti Haji Muhammad Syahid, petitioner yang ke-6.
Silakan M6.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Haji Muhammad Rashid Khan bin Muhammad Idris hadir bagi pihak petitioner Ruzaina binti Haji Muhammad Rashid Khan pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakilkan Yang Bahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya mohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujah saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, dibenarkan. Sila teruskan.
Yang Arif, may I introduce the petitioner? The petitioner was born on 19th February 1993 in Subang Jaya and is the youngest child of Haji Muhammad Rashid Khan and Hajjah Aisatu Samima. The petitioner had her primary and secondary education in Subang Jaya. On this memorable day, Yang Arif, the petitioner would like to thank the Almighty Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, because without His blessings, the petitioner would not be here today. The petitioner seeks the leave of the Honorable Court to express her gratitude and appreciation to her parents and Sheikh Shubrisha Faizi, who motivated her to read civil and Sharia laws in International Islamic University in Malaysia, where she graduated with honors. Ya Arif, she had been approved as Peguam Syari for Wilayah Persekutuan. During her time in IIUM, the petitioner was actively involved in extracurricular activities. She was the head of public relations and secretary of the Arabic Debate Club. and in the main campus, she was active in Arabic Calligraphy Club, Arabic Debate Club, and Academic Pemikir. Arif, the petitioner, commenced her pupillage in Messrs. Amar, Shimir, Izzat, dan Sham, ASIS, under the tutelage of Inche Ahmad Shimir Sufyan. Today, the petitioner wishes to take this opportunity to express her utmost gratitude to her role model, Sheikh Subrisha Faizi, and her parents for their full support, prayers, and encouragement. No word can express how thankful the petitioner is to her parents for their love and sacrifice. Arif, the petitioner, would also like to thank her husband, Inche Tarikh Jafri Muhammad Akbar, for being her support and source of inspiration. She wishes to thank her brothers, Muhammad Azlan, Muhammad Sufyan, and Muhammad Azmi, her father-in-law, Tuan Muhammad Akbar, her brother-in-law, her sisters-in-law, nieces, nephews, and cousins, who have constantly encouraged her to achieve greater heights in life. Arif, the petitioner, would like to thank her pupil master, Inche Ahmad Shimir Sufyan, for the guidance throughout her pupillage, which gave invaluable insight for her into the legal practice and for enabling her to see the art of advocacy and persuasion. The petitioner would also like to thank the other partners of the firm, Inche Muhammad Shahri Sham Kamran, Amir Hamidi Yusuf, Muhammad Izzat Nordin, and Senior Associate for Noor Ashura Ahmad Shukri for providing her with opportunities to explore the various practices of areas in the firm. The petitioner would also like to thank all her colleagues in Messrs. Amar, Shimir, Izzat, and Sham, the Ashikin, Nazira, Aina, Intipian, Ainan, Akmal, Danish, and Sarah for making her day in the state firm a memorable one. The petitioner is grateful to Sheikh Sulaiman, Dr. Muhammad Iqbal Abdul Wahab, Dr. Zaid Muhammad, Dr. Halima, and Dr. Farhin Bai, who have been her mentors for guiding her through her studies, soul-searching phase, and subsequently career decisions. The petitioner, Yang Arif, would like to thank her best friends, Shazaz Jamila, Ayman Kautsar, Sarah Mashita, Zurin Aisha, Shazira Fatihin, Husna Sal Sabila, and Noor Farha for always being there to provide support and motivation. The petitioner is grateful to Tuan Haji Muhammad Rashid Khan, her mover, also her father, who has kindly agreed to move her call. Ya Arif, saya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang sesuai untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara di Mahkamah yang mulia ini. Saya percaya bahawa kesemua dokumen Pempetisyen adalah teratur dan rakan-rakan yang bijaksana saya daripada Jabatan Peguam Negara, Peguam Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Peguam Kuala Lumpur tidak ada bantahan. Dengan ini, saya dengan rendah diri, Ya Arif, mengusulkan Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk menerima masuk dan mendaftaraikan Pempetisyen Ruzaina binti Haji Muhammad Rashid Khan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Yang Arif, Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur juga tiada bantahan.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Ruzaina binti Haji Muhammad Rashid Khan untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Dengan ini saya memohon kebenaran pihak mahkamah untuk Pempetisyen menjubakan dirinya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ke-7 WA 18172611 2020 P7, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Ya Arif, nama saya Megat Daniel Mikael bin Kamal, Pempetisyen ke-7.
Silakan N7.
Dengan izin Ya Arif, saya Muhammad Fitri bin Abdullah Wahid hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen ke-7 yang terakhir pada hari ini Ya Arif, iaitu Megat Daniel Mikael bin Kamal. Bersama-sama saya ialah rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah diperkenalkan sebentar tadi Ya Arif. Ya Arif, terlebih dahulu saya memohon kebenaran untuk memperkenalkan Pempetisyen. Pempetisyen telah dilahirkan pada 14 September 1997 di Kuala Lumpur dan dibesarkan oleh pasangan Encik Kamal bin Dahlan dan Profesor Dr. Raja Nur Safinas binti Raja Harun. Pempetisyen merupakan anak sulung daripada 3 orang adik-beradik. Pempetisyen telah mendapat pendidikan awal di St. Wells Primary School Exeter dan Sekolah Kebangsaan Bukit Beruntung, manakala pendidikan sekolah menengah di Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Metodis Tanjung Malim dan Sekolah Berasrama Penuh Integrasi Gopeng. Setelah tamat persekolahan, Pempetisyen telah menyambung pengajiannya di Kolej Matrikulasi Perak bagi kursus perakaunan. Pempetisyen seterusnya melanjutkan pelajaran ke peringkat ijazah sarjana muda di Universiti Utara Malaysia, UUM, dan telah dianugerahkan ijazah sarjana muda undang-undang dengan kepujian. Pempetisyen selanjutnya memulakan latihan dalam kamar di bawah bimbingan Encik Fazlullah bin Abdul Rahman di Tuan Muhammad Ali Engko dan telah menyempurnakan latihannya pada Ogos 2021. Yang Arif, pencapaian Pempetisyen pada hari ini adalah terutamanya adalah atas rahmat Allah dan kemudiannya ditujukan khas buat kedua ibu bapa Pempetisyen yang banyak memberikan sokongan dan dorongan kepada Pempetisyen sejak kecil lagi. Sesungguhnya Pempetisyen percaya ucapan terima kasih tidak akan pernah cukup untuk membalas segala jasa dan penat lelah ibu bapanya selama ini. Tidak lupa juga kepada semua ahli keluarga yang lain, para guru, pensyarah dan sahabat handai Pempetisyen, terutama sekali Rezan, Mio, Hilmi, Azlin, Yasir dan Izzuddin atas segala doa dan dorongan mereka selama ini. Seterusnya, Pempetisyen ingin merakamkan sebesar-besar penghargaan dan ucapan terima kasih kepada Encik Fazlullah kerana telah memberi peluang kepada Pempetisyen untuk menjalani tempoh latihan dalam kamarnya di Tuan Muhammad Ali Engko. Jutaan terima kasih diucapkan kerana telah banyak membantu dan memberi segala tunjuk ajar sepanjang tempoh pembelajarannya. Pempetisyen juga ingin merakamkan sekalung penghargaan kepada barisan peguam yang terlatih kerana telah banyak membantu Pempetisyen dari segi ilmu dan bimbingan, iaitu Cik Ain, Cik Ilham, Cik Iman dan Cik Idris. Pempetisyen juga turut berterima kasih kepada semua kaki tangan di Tuan Muhammad Ali Engko yang banyak membantu petisyen, terutamanya kepada Puan Ida, Puan Aida, Cik Alin, Cik Yana, Cik Alias dan Cik Zaid kerana telah menemani serta memberikan kata-kata semangat kepada Pempetisyen sewaktu menjalani tempoh latihan dalam kamar. Akhir kata, Pempetisyen merakamkan jutaan terima kasih kepada semua pihak yang pernah menyumbang dalam perjalanan Pempetisyen secara langsung dan secara tidak langsung sehingga ke tahap ini. Pempetisyen percaya bahawa tanpa dorongan dan doa mereka, Pempetisyen tidak akan dapat melangkah sejauh ini. Yang Arif, Saya sesungguhnya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang sesuai dan berkelayakan untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Saya juga percaya bahawa semua surat cara adalah teratur dan sempurna serta rakan-rakan bijaksana saya tidak mempunyai apa-apa bantahan terhadap permohonan Pempetisyen ini.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam KL juga tiada bantahan.
Oleh yang demikian Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon Mahkamah yang mulia ini agar Pempetisyen iaitu Megat Daniel Mikael bin Kamal diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Mohon diperkenankan Yang Arif.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Megat Daniel Mikael bin Kamal untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Oleh yang demikian Yang Arif, dengan rendah diri saya memohon Pempetisyen menyarungkan jubahnya sendiri Yang Arif.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Terima kasih kepada kesemua wakil jabatan dan peguam pengusul. Tahniah diucapkan kepada semua pempetisyen yang telah didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Diminta sekali lagi diingatkan agar tuan-puan kekal di kedudukan masing-masing dan tidak menutup video walaupun setelah selesai ucapan dari Yang Arif Hakim. Terima kasih. Seterusnya, ucapan dari Yang Arif Hakim.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan selamat petang. Pertamanya, Mahkamah ingin merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada semua pihak yang mewakili yang berbahagia, Tan Sri Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor, serta semua peguam pengusul yang sudi hadir di perbicaraan kita pada petang ini. Saya juga ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada ibu bapa, keluarga, rakan para pempetisyen dan semua pihak yang sudi meluangkan masa untuk hadir secara maya bagi menyaksikan perbicaraan kita yang disiarkan secara langsung melalui sidang video. Tidak lupa juga, saya ingin merakamkan ucapan terima kasih dan syabas kepada semua tenaga pengajar iaitu masters dan firma-firma Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara yang telah membimbing dan mendidik pempetisyen sehingga menjadi peguam pada petang ini. To those who are just called to the bar a moment ago, namely Suraya Izzati binti M. Suhaimi, Nio Kai Sheng, Tan Yuan Ling, Tan Ying Tong, Lim Jin Kiat, Ruzaina binti Haji Muhammad Rashid Khan, and Megat Daniel Mikael bin Kamal. Let me first congratulate all of you for your admission to the Malaysian Bar. We all know what tremendous effort it takes for you to complete law school and thereafter a 9 months period of pupillage training before you could have reached this stage. You should remember that although your admission today is the culmination of years of your personal effort, you would not be here today but for the people around you. In this regard, I would like to extend my warmest congratulations, Shabas and Tanya, to your proud parents, family members, friends, lecturers, colleagues, and your pupil masters who have guided, supported, and invested in your personal and professional lives. Ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 is not only a global pandemic and public health crisis. It has also severely affected the global economy and financial markets. The court and the legal profession are no exception in facing these new challenges in our daily practice during this trying time. Towards this end, the court has taken some initiatives and implement some measures by placing some importance on the use of digital technology, and with the recent amendment to the Court of Judicature Act 1964, the Subordinate Courts Act 1948, and the Rules of Court 2012, the court may now conduct the civil hearing and in limited criminal cases via video conferencing and other digital technologies and tools. This would help to reduce interactions and personal contacts between individuals to flatten the curve and slowing down the spread of the virus. Social distancing has now become the new norm. This event is a milestone indeed, as you are now embarking on this new journey in the legal profession, which we always regard as an honorable profession. It must be remembered that this journey is just the beginning of a long, winding, and rough road. Soon, you may start your own practice or may join any legal firm of your choice, and that is when you will experience the ups and downs and the true realities of legal practice. And in the process, you will no doubt be appearing in court, and your skill as advocates will be put to a test. Ladies and gentlemen, as it is usual on an occasion like this, let me say a few words of advice to you as new advocates. In order to preserve the good name of the profession and to sustain the confidence of the public, you must conduct yourselves both in and outside the court with your clients and fellow practitioners with courtesy, proper decorum, and the highest standard, and above all, with integrity. In this context, integrity means doing the right thing with honesty at all times and in all circumstances. Success may come and go, but integrity will last forever. Building a reputation of integrity takes years, but it only takes a second to destroy it. The public expects and has a right to expect the highest degree of integrity from you as the members of the bar. Your admission to the bar carries with it very onerous responsibilities both to your clients and to the court, and above all, to the administration of justice. Your duties to your clients and to the court may sometimes in conflict. If that happens, your duties to the court would prevail because they affect the administration of justice. Always bear this in the forefront of your minds at all times. As the officers of the court, you have to shoulder the responsibility to uphold the rule of law. Conduct yourselves with due regard to the overriding interests of justice. When you are in this profession, you cannot avoid coming into contact with people from all walks of life, as you are sought after to deal with a wide range of problems. It is therefore imperative that you must bring to the performance of your functions all the good qualities which is conducive to the elevation of the profession in the estimation of the public whom you serve. There is no harm in being humble. Pride can be the foundation of failure. Humility requires you to respect others, including your clients, listen to their problems attentively, and act accordingly based on the provisions of the law. It goes without saying that you must be passionate about what you are doing so that you will be able to enjoy it. Never stop learning. A lawyer can never truthfully say that he has learned enough, as this profession requires a lifelong learning. Learn new things to keep abreast with the new knowledge and skills which invariably will lead you to the much needed wisdom and in your endeavors to uphold law and justice. To be a competent and successful lawyer, there is no shortcut. Work hard to secure your place in the industry, improve and hone your drafting and also your advocacy skills. When you are successful in what you are doing, remember to always have a heart to the poor. Law is not about fees, but it is about service and responsibility to serve, assist those in need, and serve them in whatever way you can. Pro bono work is commendable as it is selfless, generous, and therefore worthy of your efforts. It is, after all, giving it back to the society what you had gained through this noble profession. In closing, once again, on behalf of the court and the Malaysian judiciary, I congratulate you and wish you all the best as you embark on what I hope will be an enjoyable and fulfilling career in the law. With the hashtag of stay safe, stay healthy, kita jaga kita, lindung diri, lindung semua, the court will now adjourn.